Hey, it's Ubu, and today we're playing the demo for a game called Pinnacle Point. It's developed by Ready to Run, and it's self-published. You can find the game on Steam. And if you're not familiar with my channel, at the end of the video, I'll review the game, share my general thoughts, give it my final judgment, and I will have timestamps in the description. And as you can see on the main menu here, it says this is a demo of a game in development. Content, visuals, and performance may not reflect the final product, so keep that in mind. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the game, and then we'll get started. Pinnacle Point is a dark, 90s-inspired psychological cosmic horror set on a remote island. Play as Aron, returning years after an ill-fated expedition, haunted over abandoning his brother. Uncover the secrets of the island, confront the horrors awakened, and face those who seek to control its power. Well, now that you know what the game is about, we'll go ahead and get started and hit new game. So, new game. Are you sure you want to start a new game? This will overwrite your autosave. I don't have an autosave. I literally just opened the game, so confirm. Thank you for asking, though. I went back for my brother. I swore I'd never return, but then I ran. He stayed. In the past, never stopped following. I do a lot of goofy voices sometimes, so it's a lot of fun. Ooh, look at that water. That looks good.
Dragging myself out of the water, coughing up salt and bile. My skin was numb, ice digging right through to the bone, and every breath felt like it might be my last. Waves pulling at my legs like they weren't done with me yet.
Wow. It said it was best play with a controller, but I can't seem to get any of that to work for some reason. So that's okay. We'll just do this. Oh no, not again. If this is hell, then I've earned it. My head feels like I hit the rocks. Your health is low. Find a med kit. Okay. I like the little speech bubbles. That's pretty cool, actually. Collected med kit. Press tab to open the inventory and use the med kit. Use item. Yep, just gonna bandage this right on up and we'll be fine. That feels a bit better now. Alright, we've got our camera back where it should be, and let's move on. A vessel log manifest. Marlin's Stray. Captain, the passenger paid extra for discretion. Discretion. Gosh. Brought a package on board. Didn't say what it was. Storm signs west. Might hit us later. Added extra fuel as requested. Charlie. Boy. My reading, it's not a good start.
It paid extra. That was me. I remembered that much. But for what? My head was a mess. I couldn't think straight.
Decent voice acting. Was this a note I missed right here? No? Okay. Oh. What did I just see? Oh well. Look at this. Looks pretty good. It's so dang cold. I woke up in the water, going under. My clothes were pulling me down. Barely made it, tearing them off. Yeah, we get it. It's a clip-on flashlight. Take it. Whoa, like a Silent Hill. Use the middle mouse button to toggle it on or off. Okay. Cool. Mouse button 3.
I watched as the boat sank, slipping under like it'd never been there at all. Water poured into every crack, every breach, dragging it down, inch by inch. There wasn't anything I could do. Just stand there, cold and shivering, and watch it disappear.
Rest in peace. All right. Find shelter. Camp area to the left and nature walk to the right. Let's go to the left. Stamina drains while sprinting. Rest if you have to. A pretty cool little UI down there. What's that noise? You can hold right mouse to aim your flashlight. Oh, look at that. Cool. Another note. Diary page number 2. I feel like that first one was supposed to be a diary page. Oh well. March 30th, 1996. Mira's sharper than I've ever seen her. She's running circles around the field data. Data. Doesn't flinch, doesn't rush. Says the procedure didn't change her, it just cleared the noise. Like tuning an instrument. I told her I was curious. She smiled like she heard it before. Okay. Good for her. Ambience is pretty solid. I like the rain and the
bit deep.
Thunder.
Every step a reminder of how exposed I was. The posts loomed ahead. A faded welcome to Pinnacle Point. This was supposed to be where I'd find Jess, where I'd confront the past. But it was dead. Hollow. Nothing left but shadows.
Right. Let's monologue while we freeze to death with a concussion. Whoa. Orientation. Why did I say that? That was weird. It's not your shadow. What isn't? Mark, I saw the list. Your name's on it. Meet me by the dock tonight. Don't tell anyone. Okay, I won't, I promise. Sleeping bag, water, cans of food. Someone is living here. Okay, oops. So this is intake staff from Crow. Check-ins. Builders get the safety talk and bunk assignments. Nothing beyond that. Scientists follow the full intake checklist and briefing. If anyone asks about the research, pass it to me or Mira. Don't guess. Don't fill in the blanks. Still missing a couple of names from the list. Let me know if they show. Will do, Crow. Another med kit. Got some ammo. And a red key card. Let's see if he'll monologue about this. Just was able to select it. Oh. Alright, come on. Just saw it. Let me inspect the wall. There we go. Not your shadow. What the heck does that mean? Okay. I don't know. What does it mean? These clothes look warm. Take clothes and
Someone
backpack.
lived here. That much was clear. A bedroll, cans, and clothes left behind. But I was freezing, and desperation doesn't ask for permission.
Okay. We just like bandaged our head up. Rain's not letting up. This place is definitely abandoned. Just left here to rot. All that noise, all that madness, and they just walked away? Someone's been here, though. Took shelter in the ruins. Could have been Jess. He was always better at surviving this kind of stuff. Did we have a goatee earlier? I just need a minute. I don't know why I felt like we look different. It's like we have a disguise on. Oh no. Someone's stalking us. What was that? Let me go investigate. Ooh. What in the world? Hello, is anybody out there? There's a random scarecrow there. Hey, I just want to talk. Where am I going? This way? What? Jess? Oh my goodness. A UFO? What the heck? This is scary. Where am I going? I can't see. Okay, so maybe go back. Whoa. Jeez Louise, dude. Ooh. Ugh. I must have dozed off. Yeah, that's that concussion, buddy. You shouldn't fall asleep with that, but that's okay. Little jump over the steps there. It looked kind of weird. Trees popping in. A scarecrow. What is it doing here of all places? Look like those those trees are kind of popping in and out. Okay. I mean, there's a barn. New location discovered. Press M to open our map. Yes, I just looked at my keyboard. We're at the old barn. There's a fuse box nearby. A gate, a card reader, orientations for like camping. This is a pretty cool looking map. We got some question marks going on here too. Must be points of interest. And we can navigate with our flashlight here. So it's like we're holding the map out, looking at it with our flashlight. That's pretty cool. I like that. Good attention to detail. Dumpster. Just trash. I see nothing of use. Hey, you never know. You never know what's in the trash. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Remember that? It's a fuse box, but there is no power. Alright, we clearly need a fuse. Some kind of card reader. Oh, here's the red key card, but we don't have... Oh, I like these little the icons here you have for this stuff. Looks pretty good. Simple lighter. Okay. Q. Q. There we go. Area closed. What does that say? Oh, whoa. What crossed wasn't me. 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 Okay. So we gotta go look for that fuse, y'all. I guess. So we need to, I guess, explore. Maybe head back the way we came? Boy, that seems like a journey. Let's go. Big fan of the rain. I like it. So we'll go this way. Look at those stones on the ground. Whoa. That looks like a good way to twist your ankle. What is that terrifying noise? New location discovered. Down here in the bottom left. Lookout. Need access code. Okay. I did notice that this says 7459. So let's try that. Wrong. You're wrong. I really expected that to work. I'm not gonna lie. That's okay. Maybe it's 1996. April 2nd, 1996. Isaac can't stop working. He's on day 4 without any sleep, and he's still the brightest one at the table. Juno joined him on the table, said, if it's this good for them, why not? If it's good for them, why not? Sorry, they're not broken. None of them were. But now they're better. That's the word they keep using. Better. I've started writing down what's in the way. Okay. What's that weird tag with like the bricks on it? Oh, I didn't realize we could do that. That's pretty cool. It says that you can rotate it, but I missed that. Who's that? Hey. Oh. What the heck is going on here? Like a submarine alien.
It didn't matter what just happened. I had enough to deal with. But what he left behind caught my eye, and I couldn't look away.
Okay, there's something down there. It sounded like that alarm was saying 7512. Oh, I'm blocking the objectives. Whoops. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So, 7512? There's There's 6 numbers, though. Oh, okay. Oh, well. Let's go investigate the docks. I like the shift of, you know, the tone and the music there while we were watching that. A lot of weird pop-in with these trees. Okay, the stamina bar is the one down there with the squares. Looks fine. Just figuring stuff out. Hey, what are you? Collected resonator. I barely know her. Oh, God. Look out behind you. Turn around. Run, find shelter, use your stamina wisely. Ah! It's like talking to us. Oh my goodness. Whoa, they crawl, they crawl. Interesting enemy design. Oh. And a random Amish man. With a gun. It's me. Jim. Oh. Old man. You ran. Ha. Ha ha. That's like the wind. What the heck are those things? Whatever they are, you chose to stay alive. A rational response. Hold on a second, please. Let me turn on my giant radio. We need some music to set the mood. Or whatever. Just forget it. Forget I said that. Oh mein Gott im Himmel. Is he German? I just love this song. Okay, this is very random. Don't you find it sublime? Yeah. Yes? Does he have like a robot arm? What is that? Like a tablet on his arm? Very shiny sleeve. They tend to leave us alone if they can't hear us. But they can hear the radio, right? Whatever. Wish to talk, then talk. We are stuck here. Yeah? Waiting them out either way. Who are you? Me. I am nobody, really. Just someone who has lasted longer than most. That's not an answer. I could tell you more, sure. But then I'd have to charge you. And my rates? Ha, not so friendly. You wish to talk, then talk. We are stuck here, y'all. Waiting them out the way. I've just goofed around. That man I saw at the dock. It was a man by the water, chanting. Then a huge thing came to him under the water. The alarm went off. Then the man ran, and... Whoa now, easy. No need to fall over just yet. He dropped this. Let me see. He's some... Scion? He's P-Scion. Scion Resonator Mark III. Designed to disrupt, but it is loud. Risky. Yeah, very risky. You know how it works? Our island is special. She protects them. This was made to interfere with that. It tears through their shielding, but every pulse also floods your system. Too much, and the body starts to fail. What was that there out there on the... Was that you out there on the beach? If you wish to talk, then talk. We are stuck here, y'all, waiting for them either way. Wait, hold on. Wait, I chose a new dialogue, and it, like, threw me back around. Wait, okay, hold on. We've already seen all this. I'm confused. What happened here? This is Pinnacle Point, isn't it? So where is everybody? Why does it look like this? This place, yeah. Island. She is not so simple. Oh, so when he says she, he may be just referring to the island. The previous time he referred to a she. The scientists thought they could study it, take from it, but had other plans. She does not forget. 9. He is German. Once you take its gifts, you do not simply leave. Not all of you, anyway. You wish to talk, then talk. We are stuck here. Okay, he repeats that a lot. I'm done. Here, take this. A gun? Better than fists. Take the gun. Let us call it insurance. All right, buddy. The music stopped. I guess we might as well get on with it then. Hold still now. What did you do to me? Sleep now. Sleep. He's like, oh, he fell through the door. What the heck? When you wake, perhaps you will understand. And just so you know, I understand. I know why you came back. Alright, thanks for letting me know. He's like, oh, by the way, I know why you're here. Okay. I know what you're up to. What happened? Oof, my head is still swirling. This guy's gonna have permanent brain damage. Alright, we have a gun now, so let's use it. Cool, cool, cool. It's a small generator that is powering this place. What is that vent? These vents look bad, dude. Whatever's going on. Okay, let's see. It smells of gasoline. Take jerry can? I don't know. Yeah. A lot of static. Oh, I probably should have read that note on the door there. The door won't open. That red field is blocking the mechanism. Okay, do I shoot them? Whatever. Notice from old man. I had to put you under. You hadn't started asking the right things yet, and I've got a schedule to keep. The motors are wrapped in a false signature. We learned how to trick the island into protecting things it wasn't meant to. I used it to seal the door so nothing could get in while you were out. Use the resonator. Hold right mouse to aim in space to break the link of the island. Yes, if you run into anything dangerous out there, remember, aim, break the link, then shoot. Okay. Okay, cool. So, space. Okay, well, let me find the resonator. Strange device that seems to be emitting a particular noise when activated. Hold space to use. Okay. Oh, it's on my hip there. That's pretty cool. And you can see in the bottom there, the like radioactive symbol. I don't think we're supposed to hit 100% with that, or else it'll kill us. R is reload, thank God. Okay. Looks like we're on the hunt. We need to... Yeah, aim in space to weaken the island's protection on the monsters. Right, I want to look at the map. So, we still need to find that access code. I guess we'll just continue on to these question marks here. Let's try this. That was pretty cool. It took a lot of damage, though. A lot of shots. I also feel like the game is kind of jumping when you shoot. Like there's like a bit of a lag spike every time I shoot. Right, so let's go this way. Got something here. 9mm ammo. What do we got going on here? Some kind of weird booby traps all of a sudden? So that kills them. Oh, snap. These look deadly. I assume I can run over them when they go down. Ooh, whoa, it's a close window, actually. Ooh. They stopped. Yeah, that was weird. Let's go this way. I don't know if headshots actually do more damage, but I'm gonna keep doing them. They seem like they did. He died pretty quick. Glad we're getting plenty of ammo as well. Especially for a demo. Oh, this is blocked. This pile of wood is blocking the path. Select. Gasoline. We'll burn it down. It is now soaked in gasoline. And it reeks of gasoline. Even the smallest flame would set it off. We have a lighter. Nice. Burn. Prominence. Burn. Oh, time to sit down and chill. Interesting. I can cross now. I mean, that makes sense. It's a good time to relax, I suppose. Ooh, look at these birds. Wow, they're loud. New location discovered. This a note? Yep. Diary page number 4. April 18th, 1996. I keep telling myself I'm just curious, but the way they move through the days now, so sure, so easy. I feel so slow beside them, so heavy. Evelyn said it's like walking out of your own shadow. She looked right at me when she said it. I keep touching the list and reading the first line over and over. What would I give up? The worst part is, I know the answer. The answer is chocolate.
The cliff edge crumbled under my boots. The view below was stretching out like a wound. The building sat there, silent and wrong. The air carried a weight I didn't understand. And for a moment, the thought of stepping off felt clearer than anything else.
Don't do it. So this location is called nothing. Just like a viewpoint. What's the range on this resonator? Press space to parry, dodge incoming enemy attacks. Dodging costs stamina. Got him. You know, this game is really reminding me of Alan Wake. I was thinking that earlier, but I never said anything. Which is not a bad thing. I mean, I think the game's okay. I'll be honest, I don't really like Alan Wake that much, but because it's redundant, but this is pretty cool so far. Beware. Ah, my head. Not real, just the pain talking. Yeah, just shrug it off. Push that shopping cart over. We're in charge. Get out of the way. Right, clearly we shoot this. Boy, they need some WD-40 up in here. New location discovered. I like saying that every time. We got a toy car. A toy car. I wonder who it belongs to. I don't know. Someone. The toy maker. There's blood everywhere. I need to stay focused. A cool symbol. I like that on the truck. Ah, bang, 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 bang. His head is bashed in, almost like claw marks. What a way to go. What the heck happened here? Oh, there's a wallet. Worn but official looking. Inside, a government ID, but the name and photo are too bloodstained to make out. However, 3 letters remain legible. Stark and unyielding. CIA. There's also a neatly folded document tucked inside. Security printout. Okay, let's read that. Uplink injection log. Okay, they're talking about relay 4, access level unauthorized, sync lost, system query, request, latest hatch access, response, last verified code 284137, access flag temporary, checksum error, offset unmatched, final status, code retrieved, flagged, warning, entry log mismatch detected, data may not reflect active log parameters, manual reconciliation required. Okay, so 284137. Okay. Good enough for me. It's over here. Our footsteps are kind of loud, not gonna lie. April 20th, 1996. Juno had a nosebleed at dinner. Went and talked about it, and it clearly wasn't the first time. Harris was the one who cleaned it up. Ask Crove, there's a protocol for that. He said sometimes the body resists what the mind has already let go. It sounded like something he's practiced saying before. What a weirdo. Just kidding. Where am I? Could we go up in here? I like the different footsteps on, like, the metal stairs there. That's good. Was there a door over there I didn't go in? Or at least try to go in? Next Gen Horizons. These crows are wild, dude. They're drawn to death. Alright, what we got here? We got a Jeep. Toolbox. Open it. It has some bits and wires. There's a hardwired fuse. Okay, we got the fuse. Nice. I feel like I keep hearing stuff walk around. I'm not sure what that is. We have the code and the fuse, so I guess we need to leave, and I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Okay, something's already happening. Sounds really bad, whatever it is. Somebody eat his body? Yep, it's gone. I knew it. Tone really shifted here. Okay, we'll go over there in a second. I just saw an item. More ammo. That's really strange. Dang it! I'm losing it. That was cool, man. That was really cool. Liked that. Who's breathing so loud? Stop it. It's you. That was pretty bad that time, but I got a lot of ammo right now. What is this, Silent Hill? Oh. Really cool effects with these. I actually think this is working really well. The way they react to the shots. My aim is bad. It's a little touchy. Oh, I just noticed too that like the flashlight's kind of whizzing out when we're near the enemies. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's make it over to where that code goes. There's a bunch of guys here. Okay. A little jarring how the game lags when I shoot, but it gives off the illusion that it does. Maybe with the muzzle flash, it looks like it's just kind of like just really struggling. I can't really tell though, it's to be honest, so. Okay. Oh, we're being chased. Let's go. Oh. Time to go. I'll be honest, I didn't remember that code. I'm mad at myself. Oh no. It doesn't pause the game. That's okay though, we'll look at it again. I'm usually pretty good about remembering stuff like this. 284137. Let me do the wrong one. 284137. I thought this code would work. But it clearly doesn't. Okay, let's look again. Whoops. What am I doing? Man, what? Okay. Okay, I'm having issues. Okay. I did it again. Can we stop doing that? Just hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay. Here we go. Access flag temporary. Warning, entry log mismatch detected. Data may not reflect active lock parameters. Manual reconciliation required. So, do we just guess? I don't really understand then, I guess, what we need to do. Maybe we'll just go... I don't know. Let's just go use that fuse. We could be guessing numbers all day long. It makes me wonder why, though, this key card has numbers on it. Ooh, he's like bent over backwards looking at us. Ooh, that's pretty cool. He's following me. Stop following me. I'll shoot. I'll do it. Okay. Gate 600 volts. Oh, wait. Let's put this in first. Oh, I see what you're doing here. $300, $200, $200, $0, $100, $400. There you go. The gate is now powered. Oh my goodness. Very powered. Did you hear that? 7459. I don't know. This looks pretty cool. I like that. Let's look around. Oh. It's not good. Creepy static TV. They nod, they laugh, they say all the right things, but it's like watching puppets remember how to be human. I know I don't have long either, so I wrote it down, and I hid it where he wouldn't notice. I used the paint from Storage D, the one that reacts to light. The shimmer's different under each blend. Watch the recording, the paper's in my hands. That's the key. I had to keep it short, but you'll understand once you figure it out. Okay, paint that reacts to light. We watched the recording, the paper's in my hands. That's the key. Interesting. Diary page number 8. April 29th, 1996. Harris lost a tooth at breakfast. It just dropped out mid-sentence onto his plate. He barely noticed, picked it up, rolled it between his fingers, and discarded it like a button from an old coat. The others didn't even look up. Bro watched him for a moment, then said, soft as anything. Sometimes the body lets go of what the mind has already given up. No grin, no sarcasm, like he meant it, like he thought it was beautiful. People are weird. It's like the PCB of a small device. I have no use for it. Why? Cool angle, I guess. What? Not sure what it's asking me of here. It's a funny noise. I don't need this? Okay. It's an old video camera. Screen is broken, but it has a composite out plug. Pick it up. That video camera. Now, can we use that here? There we go. It is now hooked up to the TV. Pretty cool. Keep saying that, but it's pretty cool. Green, yellow, white. Green, yellow, white, red, cyan, magenta. Green, yellow, red, white, cyan, magenta. Right?
The cross slumped under the weight of the dead, its charred edges crumbling, swallowed by the ash. Someone put it there, hoping it would matter. It didn't. The bodies stayed. The silence stayed. Whatever happened here, it wasn't forgiven.
I just noticed those are bodies. Yikes. Something really messed up happened here. Oh my goodness. The drain slinked when he knocked twice. I saw paper taped to a flickering tile. Voices hurled around the cipher in his teeth. What? The mold spoke to the pain in the back of my eye. What? I can't read that. Sheath inside of the kettle. Whatever. 2. We hauled over the wavelength modulators from the lab, unshielded, unstable, but functional. Narrowband output, red, green, blue. Ratios adjusted manually. We cleared out the dorm, bolted a chair to the floor, and tied the subject down. It reacted strongest to blue heavy blends with tremors, rapid eye flicker. Once it laughed. Left dial shifts the beam vertically, right dial adjusts horizontal angle. Different exposures seem to trigger different responses. Obviously this room is not ideal for testing, but the setup's holding. Reactions are consistent. We're closer now than we were at the lab. Okay. Beam elevation. Interesting. Let's keep reading stuff. I'm trying to figure out what this is trying to tell me. Red, green, blue. Red, blue. Red, green, green, blue. Okay, there's like a slight humming in this room, and it's kind of getting to me. Toggle modulator. Wow, this is interesting. Okay. So... I feel like I'm overthinking this. Well, I already exposed the paint for this row. He. Okay, I see he is... Okay. Okay, I think I understand what we're doing now. Highlight the next row. Right, he taped. Okay, cool. Right, so let's activate red. Nice. The following words are highlighted. He taped the cipher. Okay. Now we need... white? At least I thought we did. Okay. To the back. It's just gonna tell us where the cipher is, obviously. So then we'll go down. Of the... This is a real puzzle. I like this. This is legit. Okay, so what was the last one? Magenta? Red and blue. Right. Fridge. Following words are highlighted to the back of the fridge. Well done. A very creative puzzle. I can't see. There we go. Alright, we need to find a refrigerator. Wherever that is. New location discovered. Mess hall. I keep wanting to just press M again to close the map, but it's Q to leave the map. I don't know why, I just... Too much World of Warcraft, I guess. For Daddy from Mom, we love you so much. Come back to us soon, Anna. Okay, there's a lot of blood in here. It's not good. E. Should I move the fridge? Yes. Yeah, like literally throw it down on the floor. There's something taped to the back. Ah, I see. That's why the agent didn't make it. He thought he had the right code. They made sure only the right people got through. He wasn't one of them. I meant to read that. That was my bad. This one. I don't know why I keep hitting Q. E. There. Quick reminder. Central's codes don't work as is. Add +1 to each digit before entering. If someone pulls a code remotely, it won't match. Let's keep this between us. You know why. Forget again, and you're on night patrol. J. J sounds like a jerk. Unfinished cigarette. Food inside is black. This is black tar. Is like black tar. I think someone just left it on the stove. That's disgusting. Excuse me, I'm having hiccups. Food, coffee, personal items. It's clear that these people left in a hurry. I would say so. This looks bad. Uh-oh. Oh no. It's like a Resident Evil boss. Defeat the manifestation. Hey, get out of my way. Ooh, one shot him. Reload. Nice, like a little boss battle kind of thing there. That was cool. Ew. No, you not meant to be. Stumbling, breaking, rooting the weave. What? You can talk? Rotting. You know, you are the rot. And you will end it all. We won't I don't care about your weave. I came from my brother. He is not yours, not anymore. What do you mean? Where is he? You hear that? He ain't playing with no weaves. Now you hear? This is the one you called Jess. Does not call for you. That's a lie. He wouldn't forget me. You chase, a name, a word, a thing not is. Turn back or be unmade. Oh, flashing lights warning. My gosh. We did it. We defeated the talking abomination. Find the underground passage. But like, what's... What's this way? I feel like I'm losing my mind that there's like a small humming tone. Almost like I have tinnitus or something the whole time I'm playing this. Not the whole time, but just in this area. Very subtle. You might not be able to hear it. Okay, let's look at that note. So it's 359248. 359248. Three 248. Three 248. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw this in there. Oh, well. Three. Oh, okay. I get it. Yes. It's opening. It's pitch black. Should I go in? Yes. 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 We are descending into the underground passage. The end. I don't know. Oh, look at this. Like a little cutscene. A laboratory. Sinister music. Whoa, this looks cool. It's Elvis. It's our brother, Jess. Dr. Hawk. This isn't right. He's slipping. And we're sitting here like it's like normal day. He's not gone. Not yet. That's Dr. Crow. Crow and Hawk. Cool. Not gone. Look at him. His pulse is barely hanging on. We need to pull him out now. Might do more harm than good, pulling him out too early. Wait, are we like in some kind of simulation? Or we leave him in and he never comes back. What then? God, what if we lose another one? You ever think about that? Every day. Every day I'm hustling. We can't have another failure. It won't be. We're not there yet. Your tie's crooked. Got him. Welcome to Pinnacle Point. Dude, totally roasted him. Your tie's crooked, you idiot. I liked that. Thank you for playing the Pinnacle Point demo. You're welcome. Remember to wishlist and spread the word if you liked it. No, I'm just kidding. I will. That's what I'm doing here. Okay, now I'm back on the main menu where I'll review this demo. I'm going to start with the visuals. I would say visually, the game is pretty cool. It's very charming, and while, you know, simple with its like pixelation sort of approach, I like the shape of things, if that makes sense. I like the way the trees look. You know, the birds flying in the sky is really convincing. I think just the environment itself makes sense. And I think that's a good thing. I like, you know, the details with the grass and the little pebbles on the beach-like area and things that are populating the environment, like in the little campsite, little campfire thing going on there. And I think all of it comes together really well. I like all the attention to detail as well. So I don't really have any problems with the visuals personally. I also really like the inventory and all the little icons you're using for the notes and different items. That looks really good as well. I also like the UI that you have in the bottom right. It's got like a glow to it, so it's a little easier to see, and it's simplistic, but I think really effective. Sometimes I think a simpler approach is a lot more appealing in a lot of ways, and especially in a game like this. So I like your design of a lot of the visual presentation, and I think all of it comes together really well. The different locations, I think, stand out enough to make the island not feel like too samey, like the farm area with the barn, or whatever you want to call that, the campsite area, and, you know, the factory looking place where we find the dead CIA agent. And I think just exploring and everything feels really good, especially when you get to, you know, look at everything. So I hope that makes sense. I feel like I was all over the place there, but visually the game is really solid. I think maybe it could be cleaned up a little bit. It looks a little too jagged sometimes, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's what you're going for. I'm not sure. So other than that, I would say the visuals are pretty solid. Now, in terms of audio, I like the audio. The main menu here sets the tone, I would say, fairly well. A little creepy mouth thing and weird TVs and some kind of technology being shown off here. It's a little messy, honestly. I would probably clean this menu up just a little bit. It just looks very random, like too many things going on at once, but maybe that's just me. Anyways, audio-wise, I would say I don't really have anything that stands out that's an issue. I think the gun sounds pretty good, and being able to hear our footsteps and them change on different surfaces is a nice touch. The music, I would say, definitely stands out, and it's pretty well done. I think it really complements the overall feeling of the game. I also didn't expect voice acting, and I think the voice acting is fine as well. The monsters have a unique sort of crazy way of sounding, like snarling and talking and whispering and stuff, so I think that works well in addition to their appearance. I think the changing the music between certain key moments throughout the game, I think works really well. It helps the pacing of the game and to reflect really the mood of the scene. Like when we're watching the guy at the dock, you know, it's got this sort of mysterious, sort of quiet approach, and then when there's action, you know, there's like loud, crazy kind of stuff going on. And so audio across the board, I would say is pretty solid. I personally don't have any issues with it. In terms of mechanics, the game is pretty straightforward when it comes to having familiar survival horror elements, like finding items like ammo and health pickups and whatnot. But having the resonator being a part of the combat, I think is really cool. And like I said, reminds me of Alan Wake, where in Alan Wake, you would just shine your flashlight at enemies and then you could shoot them or whatever. In this game, we have a resonator, so you aim that at the enemies, and it breaks the control of the island over them, and then you can shoot them and destroy them. So I think that's pretty cool. While familiar, you put your own spin on it, which I appreciate, and I think it obviously has a lot to do with the plot and just the weird technology that is a part of this game, so I think that's pretty cool. And hopefully, as we continue on through the full game, you use the resonator more on the environment, because we only got to do that really a couple times. Also just randomly saw like one booby trap kind of thing, and that disappeared, so I don't know if you have plans to continue adding booby traps later on, or that just sort of be a way to show that the island can manipulate itself. I'm not sure, but it's pretty cool still. I usually have an issue with notes, but I like that the notes that are obviously important are pretty easy to understand, like when the codes and the combinations and a little bit of backstory on what's going on here. And then there are other notes that are related to a diary, which I assume gives us some sort of a different story to think about as we progress and focus on, I guess, the primary thing that we're doing at the time. And then you find another diary note, and it kind of pieces together this mystery of Jess and somebody like falling apart or something. So it's pretty esoteric and strange, but I like that it didn't necessarily have the focus of every note trying to explain to me what's going on the island. So I'm glad you did it that way. And I would say the shooting felt pretty good, actually. I think there's an issue with every time I shoot, it's either the muzzle flash or something's happening where it feels like the game is like almost stopping or freezing for like half a second or less than that every time I shoot. So it makes the combat feel really like kind of jarring in a weird way. And obviously I'm sure you can fix that, but like I said, I don't know if it's just an illusion, but there's something weird going on there every time I shoot my gun. So I hope that gets figured out. And I like exploring the island. I like having the map, which looks really good, and looking at key locations to obviously progress through different puzzles, like getting the key card or the fuse or the combination. And I think all of that worked together really well. I think things were placed appropriately to make it give a sense, a little bit of backtracking to where we began, but it didn't feel like I could get lost necessarily. So the exploration of the island so far, I would say, is pretty strong. I also really like that puzzle that you did with the different colored green lights and how the paint reacts to certain colors of light. So we need to like piece together like a clue within writing on the wall. I thought that was really clever and pretty well done. So great job there. I hope to see more puzzles like that, but for it to be a puzzle in the demo, I think it really added just a little bit more flair to solving puzzles, and I liked it a lot. It really made me just sit there and have to think about it, and I appreciate that. I like puzzles in games. Mechanically across the board, I would say it's pretty solid. I don't really have an issue with it. Personally, I just think there needs to be some fine-tuning with how the gun seems to freeze my game every time I shoot it, or it has some kind of weird hitching or something, but other than that, I would say it's a good time. I like your approach to your puzzles as well. In terms of story and concept, story is very esoteric. It's very on the surface still so far, where we were in some kind of shipwreck. We want to come back to Pinnacle Point to, I assume, reconnect with our brother because we have a lot of regrets with how we parted ways. And as we explored this island, we realized something is very wrong here. We come across an old man, a German man, who seems to know more than he's letting on. He drugs us or does something to us and leaves us on our own. So now we use the resonator to explore the island, fight these monsters, and this island apparently has some sort of odd control over itself and those that are here, like the weird monsters. And as we explore, we get to learn more about who else has tried to come here and do some kind of weird experiment to this place, or are doing experiments here, like the CIA agent being found dead is concerning. To have someone let that happen to a government agent is not good. Apparently they didn't want him to figure out what they were actually doing here. And at the end of the demo, It shows someone, it's either us or Jesse, being put through some kind of weird trial or experiment, and it made me think that this is some kind of simulation that we're in. I could be wrong, but it really made me wonder, and I found it very intriguing. I think the way it was implemented through the voice acting and through some notes, I think definitely built up enough of a start to it without giving away too much, especially for a demo. So pretty solid start with the story. It's definitely piqued my interest and really made me wonder what's going on, and I think you give me enough to wonder about, and I think that works really well. In terms of concept, I like the concept of the game. It's a survival horror game. I like the setting a lot, being on this weird island, the rain and all that stuff. I forgot to mention I really like the rain and the weather effects that you have, and having this very interesting blend of horror elements, but also this like technology, like experimental kind of science approach to what the characters are doing, I think is really cool. So conceptually, I think it's pretty solid. Now, in terms of performance and settings, I would say the game performed pretty well. There is some pop in here and there. I think there could be some smoothing out of some of the jaggedness of the game. And like I said, if that's your approach to it, like this is the intention, I completely understand. So don't worry about that if that's the case. But my only real complaint about performance is every time I shoot my gun, it looks odd. Like it's doing something to the game that I don't think it should be doing. And it's very jarring. I've already mentioned that. I just wanted to point that out again. But other than that, the performance is fine. There may have been maybe a couple of times where the frame rate would just kind of dip just a little bit, but it wasn't like crazy. It didn't destroy my experience or, you know, break my immersion or anything, but it was noticeable. So definitely some fine tuning to be had with performance still, but nothing crazy, and I'm sure you're going to do just fine with that. I also like to talk about settings while in the middle of this segment. So we have your visual settings here, your display mode, your resolution, your full screen mode, your frame rate limit, and your VSync. So you can change all this to your liking. For your advanced visual settings of your languages, which we can go through, you have Romana. Okay. Cool. So I'm sure maybe they'll add more in the future, who knows. Detail, distance, detail density, and volumetric effects. So pretty good visual settings here, I would say. And then for your volume settings, you have master volume, which I turned down just a tad. The game's a tad too loud, at least on my computer. And then you have your music volume, sound effects volume, and UI volume. So good stuff there. And then for controls, you have your camera sensitivity, camera damping, and your reverse look, and your keybinds. And it has controller layout. I couldn't get the controller to work, at least mine, for some reason. But maybe there's a fix for that I'm just not aware of. So like I said, performance is fine, even with a few hiccups and some fine tuning to be had. And I would say the settings are appropriate, especially for this experience and the way the game performed. I think every setting that you have available is totally acceptable, and I have no issues with that. So my final judgment for the Pinnacle Point demo is I would say it's very good. I enjoyed pretty much everything about this game. I really like its approach to its story, its visual presentation. I think the audio is pretty strong as well. Mechanically, it's familiar, but has a bit of a spin on it, and I like that, especially the puzzles. And while the performance is kind of spotty here and there, it's nothing that's, you know, egregious or anything, and I'm sure you'll fine-tune that, and it'll turn out just fine. Yeah, I'm glad I played this. It was a lot of fun. I really like what you're doing here. It has a lot of potential. Pretty good first impression, especially for a demo, and just keep at it, and hope everything turns out just fine, and I'm excited to see more people play this, especially when the full game comes out. So I wish you the best of luck on your work and your future endeavors. Tell me what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this game? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you have anything to add? Just want to say hi? Let me know what's up. Don't forget to check the pinned comment below for the links to everything, and go play this game for yourself and form your own opinion. If you'd like to support my channel, hit subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share the video. I'd greatly appreciate that. And I will have links to my socials in the description if that interests you. Now, thank you for watching my video. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I think that's all I have to say about it, so thanks for hanging out with me, and don't forget.